Today we're going to make acid-base disorders really simple. I know most students find this confusing at first, but I promise once you understand the patterns, you'll be able to solve almost any step 1 acid-base question in seconds. We'll go step by step. Let's start. 1. Why acid-base disorders matter. Acid-base disorders are high yield because they appear frequently on step 1 and are tested in multiple subjects: physiology, pathology, and even renal pharmacology. If you can master this topic, you'll answer these questions confidently and save time on the exam. 2. The basics. Normal pH. First, normal blood pH is 7.35 to 7.45. Anything below 7.35 is acidosis, and anything above 7.45 is alkalosis. That's the first step in any question. Check the pH and see which direction it's going. 3. Two systems control pH. Your body regulates pH using two main systems. Lungs control carbon dioxide, CO2, which acts as an acid. Kidneys control bicarbonate, HCO3, which acts as a base. If CO2 rises, blood becomes acidic. If CO2 falls, blood becomes alkaline. If HCO3 rises, blood becomes alkaline. If HCO3 falls, blood becomes acidic. Got it? Lungs equals CO2, kidneys equals HCO3. 4. The four main disorders. Once you understand CO2 and HCO3, there are only 4 disorders to remember. 1. Metabolic acidosis leads to low HCO3. 2. Metabolic alkalosis leads to high HCO3. 3. Respiratory acidosis leads to high CO2. 4. Respiratory alkalosis leads to low CO2. We'll go through each one with causes and compensations. 5. Metabolic acidosis. In metabolic acidosis, the problem is low bicarbonate. The pH drops, so the blood becomes acidic. The body tries to compensate by breathing faster to blow off CO2. This is called Kussmaul respiration. High-yield causes for step 1 are easy to remember with MUDPILES. M. Methanol. U. Uremia, renal failure. D. DKA. P. Propylene glycol. I. Infection/iron. L. Lactic acidosis. E. Ethylene glycol. S. Salicylates. 6. Metabolic alkalosis. Metabolic alkalosis is high bicarbonate, so the blood is too basic. The body compensates by slowing down breathing to retain CO2. High-yield causes. Vomiting leads to loss of stomach acid. Diuretics leads to volume contraction. Excess antacid intake. Remember, anything that loses acid or gains base can cause metabolic alkalosis. 7. Respiratory acidosis. Respiratory acidosis is caused by CO2 retention, so blood becomes acidic. Compensation happens via the kidneys retaining bicarbonate. High-yield causes. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, severe asthma, respiratory depression from drugs or CNS issues. 8. Respiratory alkalosis. Respiratory alkalosis occurs when someone hyperventilates, blowing off too much CO2, making the blood too basic. Compensation is the kidneys excreting bicarbonate. High-yield causes. Anxiety or panic attacks, high altitude, pregnancy, pulmonary embolism. 9. Stepwise approach, USMLE trick. Here's a step 1 trick that makes every acid-base question simple. 1. Look at pH leads to acidosis or alkalosis. 2. Check CO2 and HCO3 leads to is it respiratory or metabolic. 3. Check compensation, is it appropriate? Follow this method and most questions become straightforward. 10. Quick summary. Here's a quick review. Metabolic acidosis happens when bicarbonate is low. Causes: DKA, lactic acidosis, kidney failure. The body breathes faster to compensate. Metabolic alkalosis happens when bicarbonate is high. Causes: vomiting, diuretics, antacids. The body breathes slower to compensate. Respiratory acidosis happens when carbon dioxide is high. Causes: COPD, asthma, drugs. The kidneys keep bicarbonate to help. Respiratory alkalosis happens when carbon dioxide is low. Causes: anxiety, high altitude, pregnancy, pulmonary embolism. The kidneys get rid of bicarbonate to compensate. Remember these 4 patterns and acid-base questions on step 1 become easy. And that's acid-base disorders in a nutshell. If you understand CO2, bicarbonate, the 4 disorders, and compensation, you can solve almost any question on step 1. Save this video, review it before your exam, and next time we'll tackle another high-yield topic that students struggle with. You got this.